Another thing we're gonna address today is I would call it your self-exam. A lot of people think that they have everything it takes to be in business or to have a business or sell products, sell services, but you have to do a self-examination as of, do you have strengths, do you have weaknesses that you have to work on when it comes to being in business? One thing you can think about is, do you have family support? If you are a wife, does your husband support what you're doing? Does your kids support what you're doing? If you are a child or still in your teen or young adult ages, does your parents support what you're doing? You have to think about, do you have family support? Because all of that comes into play. Let's say you do have great family support. Well, that's awesome. You could use them to help promote your services. Or if you don't have great family support, then you might have to think about joining other support groups that would be kind of like a family that would help you, to stay motivated in doing your business, right? This is why it's good to have those type of analysis or examinations so that you can see, like, okay, is this a strength or weakness? What should I do if this is a weakness, or if this is a strength? How can I use this strength? So the next thing that you would want to think about is time commitment. Do you really have the time commitment to do this business right now? You might be in school right now. I know in medical school a lot of times it takes 4 years and then plus some, depending on what type of doctor or so that you want to be. And then let's say on the side you want to sell maybe a specific type of scrub for doctors, or even a drink, who knows. And you want to think, like, how much time am I really committed to push this thing out, to sell these services, to keep on with this business? Because it takes a lot of work to manage a business. So think about the time commitment. The next thing you want to think about is your expertise in the industry. Let's say you want to teach math, right? Just for example, are you expertise in math? Do you know math? Not just, addition and subtraction, but do you know multiplication and division? Do you know trigonometry and what's the other big one? Can't think of it at the time, but it's all kind of different math. Geometry, not geometry, but geographic. I don't think I'm saying that right, but you get the point. There's all kinds of math. I reach out my hand and my heart to help you succeed. Feel free to watch my channels, Diamonds Within Entrepreneurship, Royal Development, Light of Health and Wellness. Also, keep a watch on my Let's Turn Up channel and see if you qualify to join my private channel, SA, the beautiful one. Also, if you feel helped by any of my material, please like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, join, or whatever you are able to do to show your appreciation. And in doing so, you will help me continue to bring you more helpful content and material. Also, never forget to look in the details of any of my content or material that I put out for opportunities given from me to you. Go ahead, look into the details now. I am Samantha A. So are you expertised in your industry? If you're wanting to teach math, are you expertised in knowing math? Do you have certifications? Do you have degrees? Are you expertise? Have you learned a great amount of knowledge, right? And then you also want to think about your financial resources. Do you have the finances you need to start to do a business or to give a service or to sell a product? And one thing you should think about when it comes to having the financial resources, a lot of times you need something called capital. Right? And basically all capital is the amount of money you have before you start to do a business. So, you might, let's say, when you do a capital analysis, let's say you want to sell books. And you might write down a list of all the things that would include in your business. It might include a place, a building, paper for books, printing, ink, whatever it takes to sell books. You would have to put that on your list, and then what does it cost to keep buying the paper or the ink, or if you have a place, a physical place that you're selling it, how much is electricity? And how much is the rent for the actual building? You have to think of all of that. And then you have to think about how much capital, like the money you have ahead of your business. Let's say you even need an assistant. Do you have about 50 extra grand, right? 50 grand extra just to cover for your assistant's amount of pay and their salary, right, for the year. Then plus whatever else, the rent, the ink, the whatever it takes to do business and selling your books. If you're gonna do it that way, a lot of times people sell books online now, right? So you don't necessarily have to do that. But this is just for example, showing about the financial resources and then capital, right? So you might have to think about, okay, how much capital or ahead time money do I need to even start a business? And then once you have that capital, are you able to exceed the amount of capital? So for instance, if you start off by having 100 grand before your business, well, once you start your business, right, are you able to make money after starting, or is your capital just going, eating away, and then you have no more money and then you have no more business, right? You have to be able to think about that ahead of time. Okay? So those are some of the things you want to think about when it comes to self-examination. All right? Well, thank you for participating in Challenge Day 3. Your assignment for today is to, number 1, discover your market demand, right? And then number 2, discover your market mix. And then number 3, do your self-examination. Okay? Do those 3 things. Post it inside the group. All right? I look forward to seeing you VIP into the WIN camp. And the rest of you, I look forward to seeing you on Challenge Day 4.